Hi, it's Corey from CM Plumbing, and this is a video overview of the heating system proposal for the Borasov Reno in Walnut Grove. I'll start off with a video of my findings on site and then give you more description of what I propose to do with some photos that will follow up after my site video.
Really quick, we've got a failed zone valve number 2 there. We've got an expansion tank that needs proper support and shut-off valve. It's also undersized. There's no mixing valve, just a bypass. The main water should be supported. We've got 2 blowdowns that aren't piped to the drain. We've got a dirty heat exchanger, and we've also got main water supply supported properly. A lot of cholesterol and air and dirt in the system needs to be dealt with. There's no proper purge teeth that are added, and the boiler relief should be replaced.
So the heat exchanger needs to be cleaned, and we have to take the boiler apart to do it. We clean out all the leftover products of combustion that build up on that heat exchanger to plug up the boiler's ventilation inside the firebox. It's a bit of a job, but something that needs to be done. This is the zone valve number 2 there that's shot. Basically, it doesn't open or close or signal the boiler, so there's one area of the home that's not going to be heated until that's replaced. Here's the boiler's relief valve. You can see that it just kind of terminates near the floor drain. That should actually be piped into the drain, as well as the one from the hot water heater, which is just to the right of that. If the relief valve ever opens due to high pressure or high temperature, that relief valve piping will just spew water all over inside the room. You can see by the condition of the floor in there that it has happened previously. Here's where we need to add the 2 purge points. Now, the idea behind this is to give us access so that we can hook a flushing machine up to the system and force water through the distribution portion of the system and through all the zones to clear out the pipes of any residual debris that does build up in these systems. Kind of makes a sludgy sort of paste that can start to plug up pumps, zone valves, and the boiler itself. We also need those T's there so that we can run a flush system through the boiler as well. Very important so that we can properly service this thing in the future. So there's a couple things going on in this photo here. Basically, you can see that yellow-handled ball valve down there at the bottom. That is not the correct way to create a mixed tempered water system that you need to have in place to run that poly-B heating. The mixed water assembly is designed to keep the boiler running hot at around 180 degrees Fahrenheit, but limit the temperature of the water going out to the poly-B system to no more than around 140 or 150. The idea behind having that mixing valve there is indeed to protect that poly piping as well as keep the temperature that's headed out to those zones a little more reasonable. It's going to extend the life of that piping. That's really what we need to protect against. Also in that photo, you'll notice that there's the expansion tank there, which also isn't piped in quite correctly. It makes it very difficult for future servicing, and it's not supported very well. If that expansion tank ever gets what's called waterlogged, which means that the diaphragm fails and that tank fills with water, that connection on the bottom of the boiler piping can actually break right off and cause a pretty major incident. Something to address as well at the same time. This here is the boiler's air purging system. This little canister on top needs to be replaced as well. Not a big deal, pretty easy to do, and we'll get that taken care of at the same time. And finally, this is the main water pipe that comes into the home. You can see the check valve, pressure regulating valve, and main shutoff valve all from top to bottom there. That pipe coming through the slab is made out of light-walled PVC piping, and there is nothing supporting that assembly above it. It's the type of thing that needs to be properly supported to prevent it from breaking off. There's no other way to shut the water off other than outside of the home if that does break, so we want to do our best to make sure that that's protected. So thanks very much for taking the time to watch this proposal video. I'm sure it'll probably present some questions, which I'm more than happy to answer for you. I'm Corey from CM Plumbing, and I hope you found this video informative.